Did you have a text message exchange with the defendant in September where he actually mentioned spellcasters?
Yes.
The defendant says, it's real, we are all God's creation, even spellcasters. Just trying to justify it, I'm really desperate. These are messages from the defendant.
Yes.
The defendant says, after I'm really desperate. For real though, no lie, I've been thinking about apprenticing under a spellcaster if I can find a good one since Friday. Only the white magic, no black or voodoo. Those were statements the defendant made in the text messages to you on September 15th, 2020.
Yes. I was just trying to tell him there's gonna be, karma. There's gonna be bad consequences if you continue to do these things.
And then he says, yes, I was hesitant, but if it can help, I'm willing to sell my soul. Maybe I shouldn't say that. And those were messages that the defendant sent to you on September 16th?
Yes.
Unbelievable. Larry Millete is accused of murdering his wife, Maya. She disappeared more than 2 years ago. She hasn't been found. But testimony from his sister-in-law about contacting spellcasters to cast a spell. Not the black magic, just a little bit of the white magic. But does white magic, is that how you maim somebody? Because that's what he was doing. Here's Larry Millete. He was in court again today for his preliminary hearing. Prosecutors trying to demonstrate there's enough evidence to bind this case over for a trial. This is a long prelim, folks. It is going to take perhaps weeks before the judge has heard all of the evidence. But not only was Larry Millete in court, so were his spell casting books. There they are. Magical love spells. Wicca, book of spells. I don't know. He was desperate. To me, it proves state of mind. There was other evidence that was presented today from one of the detectives, Detective Vicente, who talked about, and the jury got to see some video, the last known video images of Maya Millete. Take a listen.
What will we see in this video clip?
You'll see May's Jeep.
Can you speak up, sir?
Sorry. You'll be seeing May's Jeep northbound on Paseo Los Gatos and make the turn right in front of the residence.
Did you watch the video from 338 Cayo Quinta from the time that May walks into the house until the police arrive on January 10th?
Yes.
Do you see May leave the house?
I do not.
Is it fair to say that Miss Millete disappeared mysteriously?
Objection, relevance? Okay.
No, we can answer. You can give an answer, sir.
I don't think she disappeared mysteriously. I have no proof of life for May. If she were to leave the house, I spoke to numerous witnesses who had told me that this is not something that she would do. I have no evidence indicating that May was preparing to get away and flee from her family. I do know that Larry and her had an argument that evening of January 7th, is what he told me. And he was the last one to see her. So based on that and then the facts that we've gathered throughout this investigation, I believe he's responsible for her disappearance.
When you say he's responsible for her disappearance, are you then implying that he committed murder?
Yes.
Do you know any other persons who might have reason or motivation to dislike Miss Millete?
No.
Did you investigate other suspects in this case?
Yes.
Can you tell us about those suspects?
According to Larry, he believed that the lover was responsible for her disappearance. We looked into that. We obtained his statement, and there's no evidence indicating that she was with him.
There, the detective is talking about May or Maya's lover, who was investigated, and there was no evidence connecting him, but there was evidence that she went in the house on January 7th and is never seen leaving the house, and no proof of life afterwards. Let's bring back in our think tank Al Wunsch, Darnell Crossland, Jennifer Brandt. All right, Darnell, what are your thoughts here? You know, you've tried to prove a murder case. She has not been found. But on the other hand, there's been no proof of life. Zero proof of life from that moment of that video where we saw the car turn in. She walks into the house. They see it on video with the kids. She never leaves.
I just can't understand some of these different jurisdictions that we cover on Court TV. Because up in New York, Connecticut, these kind of areas, we have to follow the rules.
It's a preliminary hearing. Don't worry about it. Everything's relaxed a little bit, Darnell, and we relaxed the rules. Kind of the way you're relaxed with your foliage there in the Dominican Republic tonight. So what are your thoughts, though? You think that the fact that she goes in and they never see her come out?
Well, obviously, this is circumstantial, obviously. So the circumstance will say, if it wasn't raining when you went to bed and you woke up and it was wet outside, a typical law school thing, it must have rained during the night. If she went in and didn't come out, circumstantially, something must have happened in that house. And the fact that they can't find a body, I think, is going to lead a lot of lead to more questions than answers. So, yeah, I think that we're going to have to really wait and see.
Well, I'm going to play a little more evidence for you, Jennifer. This is Detective Vicente talking about some suspected gunshots.
In the process of investigating the disappearance of Ms. Millete, did you receive some reports of gunshots or sounds like gunshots on or about January 7, 2021?
There was audio provided by a neighbor of loud bangs, which we collected and forwarded it to the FBI to have it further analyzed to see if those were in fact gunshots. Those sounds were analyzed, and our experts could not definitively say that they were the sounds of gunshots.
Al Wunsch, what do you think of that audio? Loud noises in the night.
Loud noises in the night. Well, you know what, Vinny? Because it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And all I know is that it's strictly taboo. And in this case, it may very well lead to a conviction of this man. But the fact that the evidence is not definitive with regards to those loud bangs, it's not going to come in. I mean, the preliminary
You don't think
hearing,
they come in? You don't think the jury gets to hear those sounds?
No.
Jennifer
no,
Brandt, do you think the jury should?
I think the jury absolutely should, Vinny, and I think that coupled with the video where you don't see her coming out, you see her going in, not coming out, and the witchcraft, those books, what he was doing, he was desperate, he wanted to keep his wife, he didn't want her to be with anybody else. It's very, very clear. And so he made sure that she was never going to be with anybody else, unfortunately. And unfortunately for those poor children that now have to be without a mother. So I think the jury should absolutely hear that. Maybe you could have some witnesses testify that they heard these noises, but all of this put together, it looks like it's pointing to Mr. Millete, and it doesn't seem like there's anybody else. Al can shake his head all he wants, but it seems like pretty clear to me.
Al, do you want some more evidence? You want some more evidence?
Give me some more evidence. Give me something here.
Here's Detective Vicente talking about what the kids were doing that night and what the neighbors heard.
In reference to the reports of children's voices being heard in the backyard or thereabouts in the Millete residence, did you find any evidence that has any significance in your investigation?
Yes, it does, because of the timeline of when Larry told me that they argued. between 8 and 10, and then there's sounds of children playing in the backyard. I believe that there was some sort of fight, and he had sent the kids out so they can continue their argument.
An argument which would result in the death of Maya Millete, Al.
Ben, a married couple arguing? How odd. You don't want the kids
Yeah,
to
but what
see
about
that
the
you're
wife not
arguing?
coming
You put them
back,
out.
Al?
I'm so.
She didn't come out again. She never came out from the house again. So it was
So
more
what, the
than
kids
an argument.
the kids are
Al.
still outside. They're not back in the house. They didn't go back
Sure,
in the house
that makes
that night.
perfect sense. That makes sense because he sent the kids out. Whatever happened, happened. The kids wouldn't be there. It gave him a perfect opportunity.
Perfect opportunity for what? How do you get a perfect opportunity with the
It's
kids out in
called
the backyard?
murder.
It's you know what? I don't necessarily think he didn't do it. Okay, but I will tell you that the evidence that's coming up. I mean, look at Darnell. He's got this big smile on because he's going acquittal number 63, and he's just like looking right there.
All right.